Welcome back to another Fireside Chat with the Xperts. It's good to be back. I missed the last one, so I was out on break, and Megan covered for me then. And as you can see, we don't have Dr. Bill Cardoso with us today. Megan is joining us again. She's our social media manager, so it's good to have you here, Megan. Welcome.
Thank you.
So today we're having a special Fireside Chat. We have with us today Luke Balona, one of our field application engineers. So as you can see, he's got the Xray van behind him. So we're going to be talking about this today. We've gotten it back on the road for the last few months, and we get a lot of questions about it because it is pretty unique. So we just want to go through those today, have Luke answer these commonly asked questions and get these answered for people. So Luke, why don't you give us a quick background on yourself and what you do for Creative Electron?
Sure, yeah. As David said, my name is Luke. I'm a field applications engineer. I've been with Creative Electron for about almost 2 years now, actually. So my primary job right now is driving and operating this van, driving all around Southern California and across the U.S. and performing demos to customers and X-raying parts for them. This is a project that we started pre-COVID. We drove out to Phoenix, Tucson, El Paso. We went all the way to Dallas. And then I think it was March 14th hit. And then everything got flipped upside down. Ended up having to drive home. No one wanted to see us for the fear of COVID. But, we're back now and we're really excited to bring this van and this experience back to customers. We got a lot of good feedback from our first go, and we're really eager to get out there again and start showing our products and start X-raying products for our customers.
All right, awesome. Do you want to give a little feedback about the history of the van?
Yeah. So if you can see, there's actually two machines in here. So we have the TrueView Prime is one of our systems, and then behind it you will see the TrueView Parts Counter is more towards the front. Two very different machines. Our Prime is it's kind of like our workhorse, one of our most popular systems. It can X-ray almost anything for most applications, so it's what we choose to show customers to really get a good look into X-ray.
Awesome. So how does the van, or does the van need power from like clients, or can it be self-sufficient?
No, so the van is fully self-contained. We don't need power hookups at all. We're just running off the battery and an inverter. As you can see here, if I show you, we are just out in front of Creative Electron right here with no hookups. This is typically how we'll set up for a demo. Wherever there's a decent parking spot, we can park in there and we can start X-raying parts.
Nice. So you can just pull up pretty much anywhere. I mean, it's not a semi you've got there.
No.
A little bit long, but you can fit in a standard parking lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We fit into standard parking lots, and sometimes even in people will have us just pull into their shipping and receiving center, and then we'll just do it out of there. So really nice. Anywhere. There's no limitations on that.
Awesome. How long does it take to set up once you get there? Is it 15 minutes? I mean, what kind of lag time do you have for setting things up once you're at the site?
So with how the van is set up now, like I was saying from last year, we've made a lot of improvements, and one of those is our time to set up. Before it was maybe 5 minutes, but now it's almost instant. Basically, this monitor is on a swivel. It's tied down, and we just unhook it from the bungee, turn on the computer, and it's basically, as long as the computer takes to boot up, is how fast we can get going. So it's pretty fast.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it looks like everything's outside, right? So everyone would just stand around where you are right now, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we're in open air. Everyone, we have a 27-inch monitor, so it's a decent size, so we can see. So basically, everyone can see. Um, we are out in the elements, so depends. Like shade is always welcome. Rain and stuff, it's nice to get covered, but for the most part, we haven't had any issues with that. So.
Nice.
All right. So how long are demo visits usually?
That's a really good question, and it really kind of depends. We kind of accommodate to whatever the customer needs, right? If someone just wants a quick 30-minute demo, we can kind of do an abridged version where we just go over the basics and get some pictures for them. But it really just kind of depends. We've had some really interesting demos that have lasted for like over 2 hours. And that's kind of going into all the details of everything and getting spending more time with the pictures, running more samples. So it really just depends on what your schedule is and how much time you want to spend out here.
Nice. You mentioned taking pictures. Can the customers meeting with you take those pictures with them, or are they stuck in the machine? Are those exportable? How available are those?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people will ask about that. So the whole time when we're doing a presentation, we'll be taking pictures of their parts, of their own samples that they bring. And if you have a USB on you, or you bring one out to us, we can just transfer those pictures directly to you.
Nice.
If not, we can email them. But yeah, it's really easy. They just save as standard image files. You don't need our software to access them. So pretty easy.
And I would assume if someone brings out something they don't want you to save any pictures on your computer for, intellectual property reasons or whatever, that's not an issue, right?
No, it's not an issue.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like it's automatically recording things. You have to actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything in the van stays in the van.
That type of situation. I'm going to skip around here and ask what kind of products can you Xray in the van, or what do customers need to bring into the demo for that?
Sure. It really just depends. I like to do everything. We encourage you to bring anything out. We do a lot of circuit boards and looking at solder joints, circuit boards and things like that. But really, it kind of depends. Like I have a few samples here. So just standard circuit board here. And then here we have like a medical device as well. Any of these can be equally as beneficial. I kind of actually like going away from the circuit board sometimes, just because I like X-raying cool stuff. So like we've had some pretty interesting things. So it's really, nothing is off limits. You can do whatever you want as long as you think as long as you want to look inside of it with X-ray. Really.
Can I look at my mascara products?
You could, yeah.
Right.
It would probably be a pretty boring demonstration, but you could do it.
Can I X-ray this speaker?
You could. You definitely could. You'd be able to see everything that's going on in there, the circuitry, the speakers, the wiring. It'd be actually pretty interesting.
Cool. Do
Nice.
you? Yeah, go for it, David.
So if when you pull up, does the customer need to have any experience with anything? Are there any experience concerns or safety concerns for them that they need to be aware of?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the customer doesn't need to have any prior experience with X-ray. I've kind of dealt with it all. People have zero experience, and people are very well versed and are asking me very technical questions. but it doesn't really matter. As far as the radiation goes, and if it's safe, so because it's a cabinet X-ray system, everything is enclosed in the cabinet. So the radiation is enclosed in the cabinet. None of it reaches the user. We have regulations on how we make our systems to be compliant to make sure that is possible.
Nice.
Nice.
Not like those cool shoe X-ray machines we have in our museum where they just have wood shielding.
Yeah, I would not recommend using one of those in the van at all.
All right, noted.
Yeah.
We won't put that in there.
Yeah, there's better ways now.
Unless you want to get a gnarly foot in a different way.
Yeah.
All right. So how far, really, can the X-ray van travel?
Anywhere where there's not a body of water in the U.S. So we can go everywhere. Right now we are at 18,000 miles in the van. So it's roughly, back and forth 5 times in the U.S. So it's pretty exciting. We do have a tentative road trip planned. If you want more details, you can visit our website to see where we're going. But really, just send us an email, give us a call. No matter where you are, we can try to make it work. You'd be surprised at how far we're going and which cities we'll go into. So, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, we're planning a trip across, trying to go everywhere. Obviously, with one van, you can't be everywhere at once. But xrayvan.com is going to have the schedule on there. And if any of our listeners want us to go change our route to see them or stop by when we're driving by, just let us know, and we'll be happy to add them onto the trip. That's the fun of this, right? Is it's not a trade show that's being set up in one convention center and everyone's got to go to it. We're driving around, we're bringing the trade show to people.
All right.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Some of the I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, go for it, Luke.
Oh, are there some of I would say one of our funnest demos have been people who kind of just called us and they're like, oh, can you guys stop by last minute? And then we show up and everyone's super excited to see everything, and it's always pretty fun. There's really no request we can't do. Just give us a call if you want to come check it out.
Nice. So this is a question mainly for David. Besides visiting a variety of businesses, where can the X-ray van be used for?
Yeah, we've had some again pre-COVID, before we stopped gathering together so much. There were some different science fairs around San Diego County that we actually got to bring the van to. I think we did a fall festival at an elementary school, help them out with their fundraiser, different things like that. So as Luke said, these are very safe machines. So we've had a lot of fun just bringing people through. You don't get to play with X-ray machines, right? You go to the doctor's office, they're dealing with very different type of X-ray. They're not contained radiation, and they certainly don't want you there playing with it anyways. So it's fun to go to, science fairs, science museums, those kinds of things. So again, if any of our listeners work at one of those or volunteer at one and interested in us stopping by, we're certainly open to the conversation. We've done it before and had a lot of fun. It's really cool to watch kids just get really excited looking at things, and adults too, right? People pull stuff out of their pockets. Hey, X-ray this, X-ray this. Can you look at my phone? Look at my keys. We had somebody who had a water bottle. The top of it, I think, shined UV light to clean the water, right, to kill the bacteria and stuff. And so they wanted to look inside. So, water bottle top turned out to be very interesting to look at. The circuitry involved and lights and stuff like that, LEDs. So, we're always looking for fun things to do, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Keep the van going.
Last year, we were X-raying some fun stuff. We're doing like we X-rayed a bag of dates because we visited Dateland, and we X-rayed like a geode. We've done a lot of just things. I mean, at the end of the day, X-ray is still fun. We still want to see inside of things. Like just because we deal with it every day doesn't make it any less fun. And it's always we're always looking just to see what things look like inside. Really.
Yeah.
So one last question, and I think you mentioned it before. I just wanted to mention it again. How do you book an appointment with the X-ray van?
Yeah, good question. You can just visit us at xrayvan.com. You can find our phone number on Google. But xrayvan.com is probably the best way. Go check it out there. All the information will be there. There you can see our roadmap, see where we're going, and you can just fill out an email and let us know.
Awesome. Very
Perfect.
simple.
Yeah. All right, Luke. Well, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. It's been very helpful. And I think a lot of people find it very helpful. These are definitely questions we get a lot. So appreciate you taking the time to answer them for us. And Megan, wonderful to have you on.
Likewise.
And we will see you all again soon in a couple weeks.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.